Hello everybody, today we have a video doing a Calgary Stampeders season recap, and before we start I wanted to say please make sure to subscribe to my channel if you're new to me, new to the CFL, whatever the case may be. I'd love to have you here along the way as I, fingers crossed, can try to make this a career. Now let's get into the season recap for the Stamps. And this one was an interesting season for Calgary yet again, as their previous season in 2021 they went 8-6, and they had some moments in that season, but they really didn't look like teams of years past. And you're kind of wondering, maybe is Calgary kind of taking a downturn? So then what did they do? In the 2022 season, they ended up going 12-6, which I think was incredible, especially considering their expectations for the season. While they were high, I do think people started to wonder again, is this going to be the kind of slow regression for Calgary? But we knew the standards of this team. They were not going to be a team that suddenly was 4-14 or anything like that. And I also think for a season expectation we had for this team, we were wondering, would there be a QB battle and how would that go? I think for them that was also kind of a concern for the season. Bo Levi Mitchell, a guy that has done a lot for this team, a lot for this franchise with multiple championships, being a former MLP, he was in a spot where it looked like Jake Mara might take the reins, and eventually he ended up doing just that, but the team really held together fairly well. I think that Bo said a lot of the right things. Yes, he did admit, I want to play, but I'm going to be right there behind my teammate, and Jake, for his part, also played fairly well in this season. But on top of that, I think that Calgary was just in a great spot for a variety of reasons. They looked like one of the best teams in the league just all around. They played up to the level of other teams, and they went toe-to-toe multiple times with the 15-3 Winnipeg Blue Bombers that everyone, including myself, said were going to be the guaranteed Grey Cup winner. Did Winnipeg win the Grey Cup? No, they didn't. But Calgary was able to, have that QB depth, and they were also able to do two things really well. Protect the quarterback. They had the league's fewest sacks this season, if I'm not mistaken, and run the ball really, really well. You had Kadeem Carey, you had Peyton Logan, Mills, right? I can't remember his first name, but he was also another guy that was able to put together a pretty good group here. Malik Henry, of course, he just signed a contract extension. Reggie Bagleton, Mark Jordan, all around, this group looked very good offensively. Defensively, they were able to get it done. They had some guys on the defensive line, that linebacker core there with Judge and Thurman was very good, and this team looked like they were built for a run. Did they end up going on a run? No, they didn't. While they were able to have a very good season at 12-6, they ended up being the 3 seed, and they went on to play the BC Lions at BC Place. It was a pretty good game, I think, in some ways. As a Lions fan, I might be a little bit biased, but Calgary probably should have switched quarterbacks a little bit earlier. Yes, both stats were inflated from BC playing, protection defense. But in general, I think Mara wasn't really up to the task at a certain point in that game to get it done. But again, are we going to really say that Bo would have gone in there and done it all? I can't say. But all around, Calgary is a team that, again, looking at this season, there's not much to be worried about. Yeah, Bo Levi Mitchell might be gone. His rights were traded away to Hamilton, but Mara did look like he was in a good spot. Receiving core is good. O-line, I think, for the most part, should be returning, and they're in a good shape there. They can run the ball really well. Special teams always has something up their sleeves. The defensive coordinator spot is interesting as well. Now, Coach Dickinson will take on more responsibility going into the 2023 season, as he will be the GM as Huff stepped down. It's going to be doing some other roles. But looking at this season for Calgary, I think more than anything, it just kind of got me to believe that, yes, while they might not have won a playoff game or an important game in a minute, this team is still there. They are still able to win games, and in my opinion, would be a Grey Cup contender for this upcoming season. And if Rourke leaves, the BC Lions we very well could be looking at Calgary being probably the second best team in the league. Teams like Saskatchewan probably taking a regression this year, while the Lions should not be terrible with Vernon Adams Jr. I still look out west. Edmonton could be improved. Calgary and Winnipeg are those top 2 teams if that's the case without Rourke. And out east, I don't think anybody competes at the moment during the regular season with Calgary. They are just built different. But anyway, let me know your thoughts on the Calgary Stampeders 2022 season. Did you think that it was a underperformance? Did you think it was an overperformance? Do you think that they will be in a good spot with Mara instead of Bo Levi Mitchell to compete 2023 and forward, as I think he's on a deal through the end of 2024? Anyway, let me know down below in the comments. Please make sure to like this video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you're new. Everybody stay safe. Have a great night.